Douay-Rheims Bible, the book of Joshua, chapter 11. The kings of the north are overthrown. The whole country is taken. And when Jabin, king of Hasor, had heard these things, he sent to Jobab, king of Madon, and to the king of Shimron, and to the king of Akshaph, and to the kings of the north that dwelt in the mountains and in the plains over against the south side of Kinnerot, and in the levels and in the countries of Dor by the seaside. To the Canaanites also on the east and on the west, and the Amorite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Jebusite in the mountains, to the Hivite also who dwelt at the foot of Hermon in the land of Mitzpah. And they all came out with their troops, a people exceeding numerous as the sand that is on the seashore, their horses also, and chariots a very great multitude. And all these kings assembled together at the waters of Merom to fight against Israel. And the Lord said to Joshua, Fear them not, for tomorrow at this same hour I will deliver all these to be slain in the sight of Israel. Thou shalt hamstring their horses, and thou shalt burn their chariots with fire. And Joshua came, and all the army with him, against them to the waters of Merom on a sudden, and fell upon them. And the Lord delivered them into the hands of Israel. And they defeated them, and chased them as far as the great Sidon, and the waters of Misrephoth, and the field of Mitzpeh, which is on the east thereof. He slew them all, so as to leave no remains of them. And he did as the Lord had commanded him. He hamstringed their horses, and burned their chariots. And presently turning back, he took Hasor, and slew the king thereof with the sword. Now Hasor of old was the head of all these kingdoms. And he cut off all the souls that abode there. He left not in it any remains, but utterly destroyed all, and burned the city itself with fire. And he took and put to the sword, and destroyed all the cities round about, and their kings, as Moses the servant of God had commanded him. Except the cities that were on hills and high places, the rest Israel burned. Only Hasor, that was very strong, he consumed with fire. And the children of Israel divided among themselves all the spoil of these cities and the cattle, killing all the men. As the Lord had commanded Moses his servant, so did Moses command Joshua, and he accomplished all. He left not one thing undone of all the commandments which the Lord had commanded Moses. So Joshua took all the country of the hills and of the south, and the land of Goshen, and the plains and the west country, and the mountain of Israel and the plains thereof, and part of the mountain that goeth up to Seir, as far as Baal-gad, by the plain of Lebanon, under Mount Hermon. All their kings he took, smote, and slew. Joshua made war a long time against these kings. There was not a city that delivered itself to the children of Israel, except the Hivite, who dwelt in Gibeon, for he took all by fight. For it was the sentence of the Lord that their hearts should be hardened, and they should fight against Israel, and fall, and should not deserve any clemency, and should be destroyed as the Lord had commanded Moses. At that time Joshua came and cut off the Anakim from the mountains, from Hebron, and Debir, and Anab, and from all the mountain of Judah and Israel, and destroyed their cities. He left not any of the stock of the Anakim in the land of the children of Israel, except the cities of Gaza, and Got, and Ashdod, in which alone they were left. So Joshua took all the land, as the Lord spoke to Moses, and delivered it in possession to the children of Israel, according to their divisions and tribes, and the land rested from wars.